Hello there, this is Kurt Phillips, Executive Director of the Boone County Chamber of Commerce with your Boone County Brief for Monday, the 9th of November. Well, it looks like we get one more warm day before we settle back into a regular November. I hope you had a chance to take advantage of an incredible week last week. Lots of folks out in shorts and tank tops, enjoying the time to get maybe yard work done, take a brisk walk, or maybe, even like myself, I hung the Christmas lights this weekend. The weather might have been your number one topic of discussion last week, but for a lot of people it was the presidential election and local elections as well. What a crazy week. A time in 2020 just adds to the mix. Nobody's ever quite seen a year like we've been having. And not until about a day or two ago was there somewhat a determination of who our next president of the United States would be. But it does appear that the Biden-Harris ticket will be entering the White House next year. There were some other things that actually happened last week. Believe it or not, we had a harvest omelet breakfast. We did it as a drive-through over at the Boone County Fairgrounds in the community building. Turned out pretty darn good. Weather was fantastic. Wish we could have been inside, but that didn't happen as we tried to, of course, put something together that allowed folks to get a meal, hot, fresh omelets, custom-made, without having to have the concerns of COVID. But we ended up with about 180 meals served. A little less than normal, but still a great turnout and really a great fundraiser for our 4-H and FFA scholarship program. Of course, we do 2 breakfasts every year, one in the harvest season and one in the spring. So let's see what happens by the time we get around to March next year, and hopefully we can meet in person. But if not, we made the drive-through program work pretty well this past Thursday morning. At the same time that the Harvest Omelet Breakfast was happening Thursday morning, the news began to break that a major decision had come about regarding Pufferbilly Days. The festival has been the weekend after Labor Day for many folks as long as they can remember, but roughly 40 years. It started in October as a retail promotion back in the 70s, moved to that weekend after Labor Day, and has sat there for many, many years. But in the most recent years, 10, 15 or so, the conflicts with other events and the stresses on local law enforcement, as well as just other challenges that have come about, have encouraged us to consider moving the festival, and that's the decision that the Pufferbilly Days Steering Committee has arrived at. So in 2021, Pufferbilly Days will now be the first weekend in August 6th, 7th, and 8th. So you want to make sure you change that on your calendar so you don't miss it. All the great things you remember about Pufferbilly Days: big parade, craft fair, great nightly entertainment, mud volleyball, 5K, 10K run, all the good stuff. It's all going to be back. So plan for that in 2021. A little bit of a change with Pufferbilly Days. And one final reminder, Wednesday is Veterans Day. Of course, many government offices and financial institutions will be closed, but take some time this Wednesday to reflect on those who gave their lives and those who continue to serve this, the greatest country in the world.